Tide Pure Clean. This makes me laugh because this is the definition of greenwashing, which is making your product look eco-friendly and green, and it's not. Oh, it won't me click on it. Illuminati.
Click harder.
Oh, I did. Okay. Hey, I wanted to do a quick little intro to what I'll be doing and kind of chat about a website that I'll be spending a lot of time on. It's called EWG, short for Environmental Working Group. I have my notes here.
What does that website do?
It is a nonprofit organization that aims to provide full transparency on some products. So cleaning products, beauty products, the main ones. And they test a lot of chemicals in these products and their toxicity. They're aiming to do full transparency on, beauty and cleaning on your body and the environment.
So consumers can know actually what goes into these products?
Yeah. Cleaning companies do not have to be honest on their labels. So they could say something is green and it's really not. And I'm going to show you guys kind of how to do this on your own, how to see if a product is actually good or bad when they say it's good or bad. I'm going to chat about EWG.
Environmental whatever group.
Environmental Working Group. Yeah, they're nonprofit, nonpartisan, and they are biased because they're definitely on the side of like green. That's kind of one thing I wanted to mention. They've been criticized for fear-mongering, which, I don't know, I think that's a silly thing to criticize somebody over because fear is an emotion and emotion is not a fact. Emotions are inconsistent and they vary across the board on different people. So I don't think that that's like a valid thing to criticize somebody over, and I'm pretty sure the criticism is coming from companies who did not want this information getting out. So that's my opinion on that.
What's EWG's incentive?
They want to provide a cleaner and healthier environment, both human bodies and the environment around them. I think it was founded in 1993 by a group of activists, environmental activists, of course. Which, 1993, they've been around for as long as I've been alive, 26, 27 years.
Your little baby.
Yeah. I also want to mention that this is one of many sources of information in which you should gather your opinion. Knowing that people are biased could impact the validity of information. For me personally, I feel like if EWG is correct, they're very stringent, but if they're correct on their analysis of how toxic these things are, then I've just saved myself all the harm. But if they're wrong, then I've just not supported big companies, whom I did not already support because plastic packaging. So for me, it's no big deal to just follow EWG. That's my personal take on that. That's my disclaimer. We're going to do a fun series where I'm going to do all the dirty work of showing you kind of what to do here and introduce EWG as a resource when you're trying to figure out product information. That is my disclaimer. I'm going to put on my glasses. I do wear glasses.
You look so smart.
All right, let's start screen recording. Here is the EWG website. It's ewg.org. As you can see, they have a lot of stuff here. What I normally use this website for is there's a guide to cosmetics, which is really handy, and then there's a guide to healthy cleaning. Where is that? Healthy living. Here we go. EWG's guide to healthy cleaning. So I'm going to click on that. I will be doing a series where I go through various products, but somewhere on here they say how they get their information. Okay, about EWG's Guide to Healthy Cleaning. Yeah, their mission is to use the power of information to protect human health and the environment. Their Guide to Healthy Cleaning gives you practical solutions to protect yourself and your family from everyday exposures to potentially harmful chemicals. It's been a while since I had to read to the class. Finding ingredient information isn't easy. That is very true. Labels, product website and ingredient disclosure on documents. Most manufacturers provide some ingredient information on their official websites. I want to see, there's a spot on here where they go over how they get their information. Here's the sources. Okay. Here is how EWG gets their ingredient list. They look at labels first and foremost. Some labels do have some of the ingredients on there. Product websites and ingredient disclosure documents and material safety data sheets. OSHA requires workers to be fully informed of any chemicals and potential toxins that they're being exposed to in the workplace. EWG sources some of the information that they get from OSHA's material safety data sheets.
What's
which
OSHA do? Who's OSHA?
They are making sure that you are safe in the workplace, essentially, by law, government. EWG has a big team of researchers who compile a huge list of, these product ingredients and listings, and then they put it on their website. Very handy, and I really like this as a resource and a tool.
So OSHA is legally required to gather this information to protect workers?
Yeah.
And
yeah.
EWG, and the EWG has access to that information, and they parse through that because it's not easy for the public to do.
And then there's also research on the types of chemicals and their impacts onto health and safety. That's also research that EWG does, and they also find their research from other sources. Anyway, they keep their ingredient information up to date, which is true because I've looked on there and I found a certain rating and I've gone back and then the product has gotten slightly better. They do keep it up to date as much as they can.
So maybe some companies actually take this seriously and try to improve their products?
Well, let's just do an example. I'm going to be doing one where I talk about laundry detergent, probably first and foremost. Let's just go with Tide. Yeah, see, okay. Tide Pure Clean. This makes me laugh because this is the definition of greenwashing, which is making your product look eco-friendly and green, and it's not. Oh, it won't me click on it. Illuminati.
Click harder.
Oh, I did. Okay. Tide Pure Clean Detergent Free. If you look at this label, is it green certified? It's so funny. Wait, maybe I could just zoom in. Yeah. You see, this is plant-based, pure, clean, USDA certified bio-based product, yet they have a D on EWG. So how pure and clean is it? Anyway, asthma, respiratory, moderate concern, skin allergies, none or low, developmental and reproductive, moderate concern, cancer, low, environment, low. And then they'll tell you the ingredients. So it looks like the one that's kind of doing them under is sodium borate.
Sodium borate, very nice.
As you can see, there are various grades for each of these individual chemicals. Anyway, they also used to show what the function, maybe they do somewhere else, but showing the function of these chemicals. Maybe if I click on sodium borate. Oh, now it has an F. Oh, wait, no, it already did. The overall rating is based on a collective, so it's an average. I've noticed this, if something has a B, then it just means that that's their average score. They could still have 3 ingredients that are terrible, but have like 20 ingredients that are great. Something worth noting.
Try to bury those bad ingredients in a bunch of good ones.
Yeah. And these are based off of scientific studies and evidence.
What is the rating system? What are the values you can get this product?
Long story short, EWG, they have a range to make it easy peasy for, the consumer who doesn't have time to do research. Anyway, A is the cleanest, typically. F is the most harmful and toxic. And EWG verified is better than A. It's like top-notch ingredients, standards, highest standards.
A+. So like in school, A, B, C, D.
Yeah.
F. I should know E.
It stops at F. Oh.
In school, there's A, B, C, D, F.
Screen share.
Wrong button.
I'm glad I have you. This is their scoring rubric. I think this is where they get a lot of their criticism from because they are very stringent on what they consider to be safe and unsafe. Regardless, here's their rubric that they go off of. They talk about where they get their information from, assessing the data, the strength of the association of a specific toxin chemical doing the thing. So, for example, like there's strong correlation between sodium borate and asthma. That I don't think that that's right, but that's an example. Here's the scope of the assessment, how much they've gotten their information from and who their authors were, etc. That has a certain weight. Severity of the chemical, high, moderate, low, uncertainty, route. They outline their methods here. Lots of equations. As you can see, this is very scientific. Anyway, here's the rating system. A, B, C, D, and F, with the exception of the EWG mark. That is better than A. Anyway, if you're curious about their methods and where they source their information from and all of that, this is where, if you want to see what their rubric is. They also have a very convenient list if you want to just see EWG verified products. They will show you everything that's been verified. So everything that's been verified, all-purpose cleaners, window cleaners, bathroom cleaners, hand washing detergent, bathroom, laundry, all of the things. So they make it very convenient. I really like this website as a resource. I just wanted to share that with you guys. I will do videos on how to find out if something is dirty or clean when it's not on the EWG website. Basically, you take the ingredient list that you can see, usually on cosmetics, and look up what you do know individually on EWG.
Sounds like a lot of work.
It is a lot of work. It is.
But that's why you're here.
That's why EWG is here, because they're just like, A, F, D, and it's like, okay, I get it, versus, like, okay, let me do this math equation on, the correlation of this specific chemical and it being in Tide and et cetera, et cetera.
How did you find out about EWG.org?
How did I find out? Was it through my bestie? I don't know. Might have been through a friend who is like me in a lot of ways. How did I find out about them? Oh, I remember. I think I did know through her, but she'd already known about it. Anyway, I actually had, 3 years ago, a clay face mask. So I was looking at the ingredients, and I saw, urea on there, and I was like, that kind of sounds like pee. So, yeah, animal urine was in the product for, I don't know why, maybe preservative or consistency or texture or...
Flavor.
Flavor. When a little gets in your mouth and you're doing a face mask. I became very concerned on why, and it just said clay, sea mask, and I'm like, but then why, you know what I mean? That's when I started to all right, something's up. And I think I Googled these specific ingredients, and EWG was the website that offered the information I was looking for. And I saw how terrible that clay mask was and how little clay was in it, and seaweed.
And then you fell down the rabbit hole.
Yeah. Welcome to this new chapter of my YouTube life. We're going to have a lot of fun on this website. I'm going to have a lot of fun on this website. Let me correct that. Take this information as you may. I will say that I have, knowledge gaps, but this is what I know and this is what I do. So I'm sharing it. Disclaimer over.
The whole video is a disclaimer?
No, it's also learning how to use EWG, which I will also do in more videos to come with specific products.
You just promised something. Now you have to follow through on it. That's going to be so much pressure for you.
I have more motivation if I made a promise.
True.